Welcome back to the Rouges, where we talk everything Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. Tonight we're going to be talking about the CONCACAF World Cup qualifier 2022 Road to Qatar match between Canada and Mexico, or Mexico and Canada, since it was at Estadio Azteca. And in this one, Canada grabs a massive point on the road against Mexico. L3 just stunned by the amount of Canada's performance tonight, as the fans even whistled their often, they tried to do anything they could that stopped the game, including the homophobic chant once again, and as well as just booing their or whistling their own players off the match at halftime and even at the end. So Mexico was, as a whole, was really trying to do anything they can to try and stop Canada from stealing a point here at Azteca, and they failed. So just before we get into the meat of things, I really want to talk about the lineup that Canada put out for this important match against Mexico. And this one, Stephen Victoria, by the way, would actually get the, he would be the captain. But Maxime Crepeau would actually be the starting keeper rather than Milan Borjan due to COVID. So it was all on Maxime Crepeau playing this crucial position to step up here and just really win things here for Canada, or just see them out, which is exactly what they did. Then we go to Kamal Miller, Alistair Johnson, Stephen Estacio, Tajon Buchanan, Mark Anthony Kaye, Alfonso Davies, Jonathan David, Jonathan Osorio, and Richie Larea. By the way, also had a lot to say in this game. But right now, let's go to the meat of the game, where basically in the start, as soon as the match starts, Canada comes out swinging. And this is just brave from Canada. Just, I honestly thought that, at the same time, I don't know, I'm kind of split. But Canada, some people thought Canada would sit back, just take it from Mexico, park the bus. But it turns out for most of the match, actually, Canada had Mexico parking the bus and trying to just play on the counter, which that was actually funny and just eye-opening to see. The giant, or the so-called giant of CONCACAF, sitting back actually and just hiding from Canada's pace, which had a lot to say in this one. And this is just bravery from Canada, and they knew that they were going, by doing this, they could leave themselves vulnerable in the back from Mexico counterattacks, which we go to the 15th minute, where Richie Larea gets a great build-up from the Canadian counterattack that's oh so deadly, and to Davies, and he leads it. But Richie, he tried to shoot, and he's just denied by Ochoa. Ochoa says, no, not today. It's rebounded by Buchanan, and Buchanan could have taken a touch here, but just skies it. Could have done better. It is, he's still young, still learning. It's okay, though. He knows, hopefully he'll know what to do better for next time. But something I haven't seen on the professional level is, in the 17th minute, an illegal throw from Mexico. I mean, seriously, tell me, when's the last time you've seen a professional player take an illegal throw in? I mean, that's something you see in a inexperienced high school level or travel player, somebody make as an amateur. It's an amateur mistake. An illegal throw at the professional level. For Mexico, I mean, that's a warning sign. I mean, that's bad. For any club, I mean, if you don't know how to take a proper throw in, that is bad. And that's what I saw tonight from Mexico. I mean, this throw in right here. I mean, you're telling me you don't know how to do hands over head. It looks like it did slip out, but still, no excuse for illegal throws if you're Mexico. For any club, any national team or club for that matter. But in 18th minute, Chucky Lozano tries to make up for this by, he's wide open. And he actually skies this one over the net. And he should have scored here. He literally had day and night to shoot, but just shanked it over the bar. And that should have been 1-0 for Mexico. So Canada really dodged the bullet there. But then we go to the 21st minute, where Mexico responds. They have a great build-up and lands right to Jorge Sanchez from Chucky Lozano, and Sanchez just buries it. He just cleans this up. It's just a plain over-the-top ball from Mexico, and lands right to Sanchez. And maybe he was a little offsides there. There is a little controversy around that, but as I said in the USA video, no VAR in CONCACAF. I explained it why. It's because of the infrastructure that's lacking in Central America and the islands. Uh, it is what it is. I mean, if he was a little offsides, tough. You know, it's 1-0 Mexico, but as I said, CONCACAF needs VAR. I stressed that enough in the USA video, but here, it's really just controversial decisions like these. I mean, CONCACAF needs VAR, but either way, enough on that rant. Richie just got caught lacking here, and he just needs to be in a better position next time. And L3 just leaves. They lead 1-0 over La Rouge. And at this point, Mexico basically says that we've got our goal. We're just gonna try and we're aware of Canada's pace, so we're gonna try and just sit back and just let Canada do all the work here. And so that's exactly what they do. And they just park the bus, try and play off Canada's counter, and it turns out not to be a smart move for Mexico, as Canada is like, all right, you want to play that game? Well, we're going to use our advantage and our pace to try and cut up your defense. And it starts in the 30th minute where Buchanan, by the way, Mexico can't touch Buchanan. Even in the Gold Cup, Buchanan caused troubles and scored on him. Still can't touch him here, as he sends a beautiful ball to Davies. And it's a wide open net. The goal is literally smiling at Alphonso Davies, but he hits it wide. Oh, this could have just been 1-0 for 1-1 for Canada. It was smiling at him. So close for Alphonso Davies. But, I mean, this is not the first opportunity Canada's had during the game. Even before Mexico scored, Canada had excellent positions on the field. It's just, they just couldn't find the good spots on the net, and their finishing was poor. You know, until finally the breakthrough from Oso. But one thing Canada needs to work on is finishing. It seems like they know how to get into certain parts of the field, especially against quality teams like Mexico and the USA. It's just that last finishing touch just needs work. And soon after, Stephen Victoria has a great header after a brilliant ball delivery, but Ochoa says no again. He denies it, and right now Ochoa is acting like a wall. But not long, 42nd minute, that wall will crumble as Jonathan Oso from Toronto FC gets a brilliant ball in from Davies, and he just scores. He ties this up 1-1. La Rouge finds the breakthrough, and also awesome. Just keeps terrifying the Azteca with a huge goal on the road for La Rouge. And he did it for TFC. He does it this time for country. Bravo for Oso. And it's just, oh man. Oso good. But as I said, Canada's finding that huge goal that they need right before the halftime. And Mexico actually at halftime gets whistled off the field here by their own fans, as I said earlier on. And just, it's a sight that they really didn't expect to see, as they really thought that Mexico was going to come in and, their team was going to roll over Canada, which, I mean, you look at Jamaica, how well they played them at Azteca. Mexico got the late goal to just rarely see that one over Jamaica. This time, I mean, I think the days where Mexico, at least in World Cup qualifying, when it comes to blowing people out, are gone. I mean, I don't think they're gonna. You're not gonna blow Canada out, especially in this form. You're not gonna blow Jamaica even out in this form. Let alone, every game's gonna be close. Even look at the USA. Jamaica was last place. They didn't blow them out. It was only 2-0. I mean, they could have blew them out, but they didn't. So, for me, I think gone are the days are that Mexican team we're used to seeing just steamroll everybody and always be a certain candidate for qualifying for the World Cup. I don't see that. But, after that, we go to, once again, controversy in the 57th minute where, I mean, this one, really, how the freak does Larrea get a yellow card here and go into the referee's book as Mexico literally gets away with a trip? It's a missed opportunity from Mexico here. It's cleared away. Good Canadian defense. But then one of the Mexican players literally 2 foot tries to trip Larrea, and Larrea just naturally responds by just getting in his face and saying, "Hey, why'd you do that?" And the ref gives Larrea a yellow card, which, while I think the Mexican player gets nothing. I mean, once again, VAR is needed. Stuff like this. I mean, we have total bull moments where there is no VAR in CONCACAF, and these are the moments where VAR is needed. I mean, once again, you cannot put as much emphasis on VAR. I mean, you can only put so much before, I don't know. This is bad. And then the 59th minute, from insult to injury, literally, Mexico says the homophobic chant. And once again, I mean, this game was, and this even the announcer said this game was supposed to be behind closed doors, no fans, and yet there are some fans because Mexico got bailed out by FIFA and CONCACAF, and saying, you're fine, okay, we'll give you one game suspend or one game with no fans rather than two. Bull! What's wrong is wrong. If the chant is bad, then it's bad. You don't just, I mean, that's the thing. I'm sick and tired, honestly, of seeing Mexico get bailed out by just FIFA. They're not taking this seriously. This is a very serious issue. It's 2021, and you got a homophobic slant going around. Just really, it's been plaguing it's been plaguing CONCACAF for years now, and yet CONCACAF nor FIFA really have the nerve to really do something with it. Instead, they just let Mexico keep doing their thing and just keep saying the chant. And I think they even said the chant again at the end of right when whistle blew. I mean, this is just it's ugly. It's just ugly. I don't like it at all. I mean, FIFA's got to be harsher. What's wrong is wrong. If you say that you have to play a game behind closed doors, 2 games behind closed doors, play the 2 games behind closed doors, and also give them a fine. But even then, I really doubt that anything Mexico's going to get away with. They're going to keep getting away with stuff because it's Mexico, apparently. And I just don't like that. That's one thing I hate. Just this chant. Just find a way, FIFA, to get this chant resolved. This is unacceptable in 2021. Enough about that. 68th minute, Tejan Buchanan makes a reckless foul, and now he's suspended for Jamaica's game. By the way, Larrea, when he got that scuffle, he got a yellow card, and he's suspended for the Jamaica game due to yellow card accumulation. Couple reckless fouls here for Canada, and at this point, possession just shifted to Mexico as they really started to find chances here. However, Canada did try to fight back with a couple chances of their own, but Ochoa stood tall and said no. 83rd minute, Victoria joins Larrea and Buchanan into the referee's book, as well as the suspension of the 5 players who are on a yellow card warning for yellow card accumulation. Now he picks up his he's going to be missing the Jamaica game. I mean, just at some points you just got to be smarter if you're Canada. I mean, you're these players. You're on yellow card accumulation. Just you got to be smarter. That's all. But at the end of the match, I mean, Canada just sees this one out. They get the crucial point on the road. Really, really huge for Canada. Just what they needed. And my, oh my, was Mexico upset. As even then they said, who just comes in the Azteca and is able to just take 1 point, let alone 3 points away? This is huge. And Canada's already, making history in this one. But just as I said, with the chant and with the refereeing with no VAR, the lack of VAR, just unacceptable. There needs to be massive improvements, with Mexico as well as VAR throughout the entire region of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. Without that, we want to go to the stats. Mexico did have more shots, 11-8 over Canada. However, 4 of those 11 shots were on target, while Canada was 50%, literally 4 out of 8 were on target for Canada. It's Canada being crucial here. Mexico did edge out possession, 55% to Canada's 45% possession. Mexico 379 passes to 329 passes to Canada's, and then 85% pass accuracy to 79% pass accuracy for Canada. 15 fouls to 13 fouls, 1 yellow card to 4 yellow cards, no red cards, no offside, and 7 corners to 3. As I said, Canada with those chants, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. But I'll talk more about that. I do want to talk about how Crepo stepped up tonight. Maxime Crepo filling the big shoes of Milan Borjan, due to COVID, and I think he played a little good. He played some good. I don't think he really got tested, but when he did get tested, he shined, and I think he did his part, and I think we'll see how he performs for the rest of the window. As I think due to Bilal Boyan having COVID, he's going to be out for the entire window, I presume. And so therefore, Crepo will continue to try and step up and shine in this one. Next one, Canada, basically just at points outplayed Mexico in their own venue. Better football and just, who does this? Who just comes into Azteca and just plays beautiful football as Canada did tonight against Mexico, a good Mexican side, and just comes away with the point? Who does that? It's just rare. And Canada really did that job. And just, it really, really was great to see Canada play good football here. And honestly, I think they could have scored if they would have buried their chances here. If, let's say that one that Davies was wide open, he had that open net, Canada could have easily stolen all 3 points here. But, we're all happy with the point, I think when I predicted this one, I said being nice, it would be 1-1 tie. But being realistic, I thought Mexico would actually see this one out 1-0. I knew there was going to be, Mexico was going to be tough on this one, but Canada does get the job done. Ryan Anderson actually predicted that this would be 1-1, so shout out to him. Good call on that one, Ryan. But the story of tonight is oh so good. Jonathan Osorio and Tejan Buchanan. Both of them were oh so good. You can't touch them if you're Mexico. Both players plagued Mexico in the Gold Cup semifinals in this past summer, and they did it again tonight at Azteca. Also scoring the away goal to give Canada that massive crucial point. Just you can't touch these speed demons of Canada if you're Mexico. And that's how you beat Mexico, I'd say. Is Canada just beats them with pace. If you got pace, you can abuse the wings as Tejan Buchanan did all night long. And nobody was touching him. They can only foul him. And that's exactly what they did. That was the only way to stop this train, was to foul both Tejan Buchanan and even Jonathan Osorio. And Davies was just outstanding. He had one where he was off the race, but I think the ball got a little away from him there. And just, he was so close. If he would have had it a little bit under control, that would have been great. And just beautiful. But yeah, Mexico cannot stop Canada's speed demons. And that's hilarious to me to watch, as many people would actually say, who saw this coming? Canada's speed would outclass Mexico's football in their own house at Azteca? Wow. That's huge. But Canada does take this massive point here. The only negative I say is, 3 players that are out. Larea, Buchanan, and the last one, Victoria. Yes, they are going to have to miss the trip to Kingston, Jamaica. But that means they should be all charged up for the game at BMO Field here in Toronto against Panama, which is a must-win for Canada. If Canada can see this one out, Canada, so they got the point tonight against Mexico. If they can steal 3 points on the road in Jamaica and win at home and take care of business here at BMO Field, you're looking at a 7-point window, which would be awesome. L3 was the toughest test by far. And that leads me to this next, the last idea. Canada has shown that they can fight back from adversity, whether it's against the States, whether it's against L3. Canada can bounce back. Going down 1-0, not a problem. Even against Honduras, going down 1-0, why not respond with a goal of our own? No matter how they do it, it's going to be ugly, scrappy. Just get it done. And that's exactly what La Rouge do tonight. And this is just what this team, if you are Canadian and not following Canada soccer, what are you doing? This team is, I swear, is on the verge of making history. And you should really, really tell all your friends about this, and tell all your friends about how good Canada soccer and how they're on the rise and how they've been lately. That's just in my opinion. You need to, as a Canadian, you need to be watching Canada men's soccer, women's too. But right now, the men looks like they really, really want to qualify for Qatar since a very long time. A World Cup that has been lacking for a very long time. So Canada has really shown that they can push through adversity, and they've really shown that they want to qualify and they want to be on the world stage and open other people's eyes. It's not saying a team to sleep on anymore and a team just kick around, And I really like that attitude from them. Just really showing, just gut it out. It doesn't got to be pretty, but just gut it out. Do it the old CONCACAF way. Just see it out. But that's what I like to see overall. That pretty much does it. Canada grabs that massive, massive away goal and away point at Azteca. What many seemed as the impossible, was done by Canada. La Rouges get the job done, and they've already got a crucial, valuable point on the road already, the most important point, in this window. And that pretty much does it. So if you like this video, make sure you like it, share, subscribe it, tell all your friends about it, and also tell our friends that you need to be watching Canada soccer now.